Number one.
Hello and welcome to Time on the Round, sponsored by Europa Gaming.
I'm Josh Kelly.
And I'm Karan Jasper. The pro players stay ahead by having near perfect information, but not everybody has the time for that.
We're here to give you the scoop in just 5 minutes.
This past weekend was YCS Anaheim. Here's the top 32 breakdown of the decks that were played.
As you can see, Ryzeal overperformed the new deck along with Maliss, with 21 spots out of the top 32.
A third of the Ryzeal decks that were playing Fiendsmith cards.
And the same amount of decks that were playing Ryzeal with Fiendsmith were playing Fiendsmith just by themselves, just like at YCS Bologna. The previous top performing decks, Ubel Fiendsmith, Tenpai Dragon, and Snake Eyes Azumino, performed abysmally, with 5 top cut spots between them.
Memento and Voiceless Voice got as many tops as Snake Eyes, the previous powerhouse of the format. But the most important thing, the winner, was Steven Tripanovsky himself.
Pen best deck, let's go!
Excuse me, Pendulum is the best deck, mister?
When Triff won, we all felt like we won. We're trying to have big biceps like him. And Triff played none other than Fiendsmith Ryzeal.
Triff played the Fiendsmith cards to beat popular staples like D-Barrier, which have been inside decks since the last format to beat decks like Tenpai, but now are even more popular to beat the Ryzeal strategy, which focuses mostly on XC summoning.
Also, the Fiendsmith package gives a great grind game, is amazing against hand traps, consistently setting up the Fiendsmith in Paradise as an interruption, which is very impactful in the Ryzeal mirror match, and also gives Caesar for other matches like Tenpai and Maliss.
Also helps to beat Nibiru, and it sets up an interruption in Grave if you go through the Caesar line with the trap card Fiendsmith in Paradise.
Yep. And also, Go Cowboy, a Triff staple right there. Now this is a standard Ryzeal M board without the Fiendsmith cards. As you can see, there's 5 cards in hand that are unknown to the opponent, and you have the flexibility of going into Dweller or Baguska in your opponent's turn, along with the Detonator on the board and the field spell. This is what we can expect to see in the pure Ryzeal decks coming up in the future. Very powerful M board and very adaptable. Good into board breakers too.
The second deck of the format is the Maliss strategy. This is the standard Maliss M board off the 1-card combos. You end on a Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid, which sends a spell trap negate, as well as setting up the Maliss trap, which reborns your White Binder, which brings back your other 2 Maliss links. One of them is a non-targeting banish, but the White Binder also brings back a White Rabbit, which can set a non-targeting banish. So you have 2 more non-targeting banishes through your combo on top of this Dark Fluid. But that's not it. Your combo also draws 3 cards, and because of the sheer amount of non-engine space you have, you're drawing into hand traps. Quite an OP combo off 1 card, right?
Seems insane. What else could we do to improve this deck? What other engines do you think we could play?
Well, that's the question that Jackson Rauch asked himself. And he came to the conclusion that the Kashtira cards were the best way to give a little bit of a power boost to the Maliss deck. The 2 things that Maliss struggles with are the hand interruptions from your opponent and the card Artifact Lancia. The strongest hand interruption for your opponent is Nibiru the Primal Being, but the Kashtira cards, combined with good sequencing in your combo, can help you play through Nibiru and end on quite a few interruptions past the Nibiru.
These Kashtira comms seems really strong. They've been in loads of topping decks. Surely they'll get hit on the ban list.
Surely they would be hit. Because of the Maliss strategy, a lot of people are opting to side Artifact Lancia. Obviously this player respects the Maliss deck a lot to make it their own deck choice, so they're playing Lancia as well as a Sanctum to set off Thrust for the mirror match.
We saw Triff doing that as well, quite a popular strategy this weekend.
I'm sure everybody has seen the images of the cold Jerome and his backup squad of goons coming to drop the ban list in the middle of the YCS. Look at the sheer aura that these characters present.
Let's see what they hit. Firstly, Snake Eyes. Original Simple Sports has finally been banned. Everyone's been asking this for ages, but no one's happy. Especially me. I'm a Rescue Ace lover. I saw that Rescue Ace Airlifter to 3. I thought the deck was coming back, but they killed every level 1 fire.
The Tenpai Dragon strategy, which already got its field spell put to 1, has also had Chandra and Sangan Kaiman put to 1. Those 3 all-important cards are all now one-offs, making the deck severely less consistent than it was before.
But I know that guy at Locals is going to sack me. Every time.
Every single time.
So to summarise, the 2 best decks at this YCS were Ryzeal and Maliss. And it looks like they're going to be the best 2 decks moving forwards.
So make sure you learn the choke points and the best non-engine to play to beat these decks.
Good luck out there dueling, folks.
Time on the round. Do you think you'll be able to tell that?
100%. It's almost like rogue decks with 5 top spots between all 3 decks.
Maliss GWCQ.
You didn't have to say the name yet. There's only 5 top cut Scott.
5 top cut spots. What is it? Voiceless.